What's up, everyone? Marcus here, NedWacky.com. Super awkward. I'm not dropping a deuce, although I'm sitting on the toilet. This is the only place in the house I can get it like really dark with no light when I shut the light out to show you the effects of the Alien Blood Glow in the Dark product we have here. But I wanted to show you quickly what we're offering. I want to show you how to work the product to get the best illumination out of it. First off, these things absolutely suck to make. So I have to shoot these like a core shot. Then I have to prep them with oil and load the glow stick in the butt end of these. You can see all these have a glow stick in the butt end. So it's a really time-consuming process. I actually calculated today it takes me 4 times as long to make these. I'm going to call them either glow tops or lightsaber worms. I don't know yet, but we're going to create a brand for them as their own little entity of the NedWacky.com product line. This is the beginning stages of it. I'm actually sending these out free for people to test drive. Everybody I send these to is going to get a couple of these and then a few of our other products too. They don't know it yet, but I guess now they do. So it'll be a big surprise for those people. I hope you enjoy them, guys. But anyway, long story short, each one of these has been produced and embedded during the injection process, not just like a hole cut and it's shoved in, nothing like that. They've been embedded with a glow stick, an 1 3/4 long glow stick. We're probably going to make those a little bit smaller too if we go into production, a little bit thinner. But needless to say, this is how you work any of our Alien Blood glow in the dark products are these specifically. So one, it's really important on the Neds because it looks like it's going to work out really great. Now I have not fished these yet. I don't know how effective they're going to be. I can tell you this, I have fished our Alien Blood color and I caught my largest largemouth bass on one of our Neds in the Alien Blood colorway. And they kill it with smallmouth and largies, and then a lot of rock bass go after them as well. So these have chartreuse in them, and if you know anything about catching largemouth, something about the chartreuse color makes the largemouth go psycho. So they have chartreuse in them. That, in fact, I'm not going to tell you everything they have in them because this is definitely a proprietary blend that I've made here, and I don't want to give away all my secrets. But they have like 4 different colors in these, and yeah, so we're only, because they're a painted, but I'm only going to produce them in a Ned. And I'm going to, we call this our Chorky Ned. As you can see, we use an ultra soft plastic and in our 6-inch big, thick Cinco worm here. One thing that's really important, all of our plastics are floating. So if you put an 1/8 inch weight or, style jig or hook on it, it'll work perfect. 1/8 inch or 1/16 of an ounce, 1/12 of an ounce, something around that. I don't go over 1/8 ounce because I like them to have a pretty slow drop. Same thing when I wacky rig these here. I just use a Ned rig, honestly. Now I know there's all kinds of hooks that are made specifically for wacky rigging, and they're probably great, but you're gonna want to use a weighted one. Get it to go down to the bottom. Now come in March, the only product we won't make that is float is our 6-inch worms. They'll be a semi-float, meaning that you can rig them weightless and they will sink to the bottom very slowly. All right, so here's how I rigged the Chorky Ned. You can see you gotta use a small hook and there's just enough space because from this point right here, if you can see that in the camera, from this point to the weight, which is about 3/4 of an inch, is plastisol, is worm. From this point back to the tip is hard glow stick material that's encapsulated with the plastisol. So you're not gonna get a hook to go through that. But as you can see here, I use this hook right here and it fits absolutely perfect. It stands straight up. It's gonna work awesome in the water. Let me check that out. Stands straight up. It's going to have a little wiggle action to it, which is what it needs. So there's the Ned. Here's what it looks like before the actual hook, the jig is in it. You can see there, that's plastisol that's waiting for the hook. So you just, insert it and pop it out. And there's just enough room to get you set in there, just like that. And the back of the hook is running up the back side of the glow stick, which is okay. It actually helps it hold a nice straight profile. So here's one without it. It's kind of hollowed out where I'm making these. So anyway, there's our Ned worm. Here is our 6-inch Cinco worm. Now, what's super important, if you want these things to glow with or without the glow stick, which I do, you're going to have to charge them. So I got my helmet light here from mountain biking helmet light, and I'm just going to run this along them. I'm not going to do this the whole time in a video, but if I had a pack of them out here, I'd probably take them out of the pack, stack them like that, and then I would run this light over them for about 45 seconds to a minute. Or I might just get my package of baits before I'm going fishing or the night before and just leave them underneath the light. Obviously be mindful. You don't want to put them on a light so close that it might melt the rubber or whatnot, but you leave them under a light source so they can charge. That glow-in-the-dark material is absorbing this light, and it will then illuminate out the light once it gets in any type of dark surface. Now, I can tell you this, even in the daytime, even in the crystal clear creeks I fish out here in the Ozarks, once these baits go under the water surface about 2 foot, you'll see them illuminate, and it's really neat. And then in the evening, at nighttime, I haven't even been able to fish them yet. I can't wait to, but I know they're going to glow really well. So yeah, I'm charging these here. Now, what I'm going to do while we're on camera, I'm going to shut the lights out. I'm going to show you what it looks like, just charged, and then I'm going to pop the butt end of one of these to show you the final product that you're going to have. And by the way, these glow sticks, they say they're rated to last 8 hours. I know they'll last for like 6 or so at least, because I've popped one, I left it overnight, woke up the next day and it was still beaming. All right, so we're charged. I'm going to cut the lights out and we'll show you what this looks like with just the charge of the glow material that's in this product, and then when I pop open the butt end of one of these. Like I said, they're either going to be called the lightsaber worms or the glow pop worms. I don't know yet, but if we go into production, which we probably will just on these 2 items, that's what we call. All right, lights out. All right, I don't know if, God, it's blurring my eyes. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, so I'm going to bring it closer. I hope it is, but they're glowing big time. Whoop. Hopefully you guys are seeing what I'm seeing on the camera. Kind of hard to make these videos by yourself. All right, so this one right here that I'm holding, you can see it standing up. That has the Ned hook in it already. I'm going to pop the top. Ooh, where is it? There it is. I'm going to pop the top on camera so you can see it and see what it does. Isn't that neat? So embedded in this plastic during production is the glow stick. And as you can see, I mean, golly. Okay, so it lights up good. There's this is putting out so much light, it's not glowing. There is the glow stick Ned worm without the glow stick popped. Here is that same worm with the glow stick popped. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Super cool. So I don't know, I'm really excited to see how these work. I mean, look, it's lighting up the whole, now these aren't glowing anymore because this has illuminated them so much. I'm real excited to see how these things work. I'm going to send these out. Hopefully we'll get some feedback. It's obviously the slowest time of the year, at least here in the Ozarks where I fish for catching bass. I mean, dude, literally 6 weeks ago, I was catching between 8 and 20 bass an hour in my creek. And I went out a couple days ago and I got 1 bass in like 2.5 hours. It was a big old largemouth, and he actually broke off right as I got him up to the rocks to release him. But got him on video, beautiful big 15 to 17 inch largemouth. I got him on the battle bug in this colorway, the alien blood colorway. But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I'm sending these out at the worst time of the year, I guess, for catching bass. Hopefully you guys will catch some fish with them, or you save them until it warms up a little bit. Whatever works for you, man. I just want to see that they work, and I think they're super cool. Hope you like them at NedWacky.com. These will go on our website for purchase at some point today. If you want to buy some of them, like I said, expect them to cost substantially more. I mean, dude, we give you I think an 8-pack of our standard 6-inch awesome worm. We have like 14 different colorways, and we throw in an extra bait, by the way, a mystery bait on every package. You're getting 9 baits for like $7. That's a pretty good deal. Not the lowest, definitely not the highest for considering the product and the amount of plastic all these things take. I mean, these are 12% thicker than the average Cinco. They're an inch longer. You multiply that times, thousands of worms, there's a lot more plastic going in these, but they're awesome. So these here take 4 times longer to produce. No joke. It takes me time-wise 4 times longer to produce these than it does to produce our standard Cinco without the glow stick. So I've got to figure out a number that works for you, that seems reasonable, but also works for us. Because if it's not profitable, there's no point. I mean, I'm not a charity here. I am a business. So I don't know what that number is going to be. I'm thinking I can probably pull it off like an 8-pack of these for somewhere around $9, maybe $8.50. I don't know. I'm hoping I can get it down to about $8.50. And that'll put me out making about the same amount of profit on selling a standard regular worm, even though it's 4 times more work. I obviously can't charge you $28 for a pack of worms, 4 times the amount of our normal price. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be about $1.50 more to get an 8-pack of these guys versus an 8-pack of our standard Wacko worm that is not having an embedded glow stick. But hey, if they work and it's something the fish have never seen and it's super fun, I mean, golly, what's another $1.50, right? Because these are really cool. I'm gonna turn the lights out one more time. Look at that thing, man. It is just beaming. In fact, it's glowing more now than it was. And this will last for like 6 to 8 hours. Now, if you don't have a fish within 6 to 8 hours, it's probably not working for you, right? So you're never gonna have, now you could pop these, go fishing in the morning, if the fish don't tear them up and they're still usable, and then turn around and go fishing later on that evening and it's still glowing, I bet. That's something to think about. But all right. Thanks for watching the video. NedWacky.com. Bye-bye.